Hello citizens of the planet, welcome back to Monday Musings with Larry Lelli. And this week I want to share an experience that I had recently at a club in the Village in New York City. It was a little dive bar and I decided to do a gig with a singer-songwriter. And I haven't done many of these, like in a real dive bar. I haven't done those in a very long time, simply because I fortunately am gainfully employed elsewhere. But this was with friends of mine and it was cool music and I had that night free, so I said I would play. And I got an email from the manager of the bar saying, "We have a great house drum kit here, so all you have to bring are your cymbals. So don't worry about bringing anything." And I thought, oh, that's great. And so I got there, and what I realized very quickly is that he didn't mention the condition of this great drum set that they had. And it was, I don't remember the last time I've seen something in such awful condition since I worked at a music store and we had, just like junk drums in the back to use for parts. That's how bad this thing was. It was missing almost everything that it needed to be playable, including the spurs on the bass drum, which are for you non-drummers, there are these spikes that stick out on the front of the bass drum so that it won't move on the floor every time you hit it. And so I asked the stage manager, "Do you have something that I can put in front of the drum just to prevent it from sliding forward?" And he said, "Oh, don't worry, I got you covered." And he pulls out a cordless power drill and proceeds to take 2 screws and screws the actual bass drum itself into the stage. He just sticks his hand in the drum and I was roaring with laughter just at the insanity that was happening. And I was trying to figure out just how I'm going to make a sound on this drum set at all. All the heads were broken and had tape on them. The snare wires didn't even touch the snare drum, so I had to stick a pen in there and turn it around manually and then duct tape that to the side of the drum just so there was some kind of buzz coming from the snare drum. It was hysterical. But anyway, my point of this all is, A, that I realized how very spoiled I am on a daily basis, that the usual gigs that I do, I play on the absolute best condition and highest quality equipment in the world, and I'm very fortunate for that. And B, when you run into a situation that's not what you expect or that's less than ideal, especially in a performance like this, you just have to get a good attitude somehow and figure out how to roll with it and make it happen, because there's no way we were going to get any other drums in there, before the gig started. I had to just figure out how to make it work. And that's what I did, and I still showed up and played the music to the best of my ability and tried to make the most musical sound on those instruments that I could. And it ended up being a ton of fun. Even though it was not the sound that we all had in our head and that we all intended it to be, it still ended up being a really great time. So, that's my musing for this week. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.